On by Dale Davis. Childs setting up against Best. Ewing just did beat the double team. Saw McKee coming over, but got over late.
Yeah, Smits didn't play him aggressively either, although he was in the vicinity, and Ewing, with the quick execution, got that shot up nicely.
Indiana by 1. Miller looking for the shot, being played tightly by Houston. And then forced it.
The Knicks would like to get this team in transition because with Smits healthy, and they do with a nice move by Chris Childs pushing the ball to Larry Johnson, although the ball goes out of bounds off the Pacers. With Smits in the lineup now, they are suffering, as Larry Brown told me before the game, in transition defense. Smits is not in good shape yet.
And a holding foul. Foul on McKee. That is his second.
Rick Smits is also carrying a lot of weight at 275, which naturally happens when you don't attend practices, because he has not been practicing much with the team either because of the foot injuries.
Ewing, yes. The Knicks 7 and the Pacers 6. And Ewing with 6 of the 7 Knick points. Reggie Miller trying to shake off Allen Houston. Here's Best for 3. Houston shooting. Allen Houston did not have a good shooting game against Chicago on Tuesday. Miller tried to look away. The ball back to the Knicks. Houston came on in the third quarter to improve those numbers, but finished at 5 for 18. Timeout taken. It's the Knicks by 1. The Pacers power back.
The Knicks battle the Hornets after MTS Cannon game night tomorrow night on MSG.
The Princeton Ski and Snowboard Shops announce that going on right now at all Princeton locations is their final end-of-season sale. Nothing has been held back, with every item in every department slashed to their lowest prices ever. $30 Medalist Zip turtlenecks, now just $9.95. $185 Ladies Park is $29.95. $525 Aussie 05 SV skis for $149.95. $900 snowboard packages for as low as $299.95. Even free lift tickets during Princeton's final sale going on now at all Princeton locations. For more information, call 1-800-ALL-SKIS.
Still showroom.
Now he's a loaded four-wheel drive Blazer, just $289 a month.
So you finally solved your hair loss problem. Cordero Surgical Hair Restorations. We have a better solution.
A moment ago, we were talking about Larry Brown criticizing the lack of veteran leadership on the ball club. He said, we have none, we have zero, we have nobody stepping up when things go bad, getting the group together, demanding things of each other. Earlier, John talked about this with Larry.
Well, maybe that was a plea. You know, at the beginning of the year, we lost Mark Jackson by trade, and he was a leader on the court. And I thought we had 6 veterans that could do that, but I think maybe it was my fault, not the players' fault. I should have given them the opportunity, and I don't think I was doing that, and they let me know that. So maybe my frustration was really my fault. So I talked to them about it, and I really believe players set the standards on this level, and my players said they want that responsibility, and we did it in Milwaukee. They seem much happier, played with much more enthusiasm, and I'm hopeful that it's a good sign.
And some enthusiasm off the shot by Eddie Johnson, who just came on for Derek McKee. Oakley turned it over. Here's Miller taking all the way. Reggie Miller on the break. And the Pacers with a 10-7 lead.
Well, an example of a team capitalizing on a turnover, certainly, as Miller got down court quickly.
Larry Brown making reference to the departure of Mark Jackson. He felt Mark was a good leader here, traded to the Denver Nuggets. Another Knick turnover involved in the trade for Jalen Rose. Haywood Workman among several players sitting out. That's something you would be seeing in New York, John. Interesting outfit by Haywood.
I'm speechless.
Dale Davis protecting that rebound, getting it to Eddie Johnson.
Eddie Johnson now in his 15th year. Can shoot the basketball. He'll be doing that when he's 70 years old. He won't be in the NBA, though, but you've got to have your hand in his face. A great shooter.
Timeout called by the Knicks. Indiana up 12-7.
Precious Hotline, what's your problem?
We're stuck with skunky beer.
So it's not Budweiser?
No.
Remain calm, sir. We're on our way.
Next time, look for this.
New Born on Dating from Budweiser, because fresh beer tastes better.
Precious Hotline.
Could we order some Chinese?
Good morning.
Morning.
What can I do for you?
2 copies, please.
Yesterday, Evelyn Hartwell fulfilled a dream big enough to change her life, small enough to hold in her hand. She got the keys to her first home.
Thank you.
By the way, congratulations.
For a free guide that can help you get a home of your own, call the Fannie Mae Foundation. We're showing America a new way home.
Some people look at winter as a real adventure. Some people don't. Guess where he falls. Drive a Toyota Tacoma truck and you'll be smiling all winter long. Four-wheel drive and Toyota dependability can tame even the worst weather. This month, save up to $1,500 in Tacoma with factory-to-dealer incentives. Save up to $3,000 on a full-size T100. Don't wait to be grounded. See your Toyota dealer now, because they love to make you smile.
Remember, when you're having good times with good friends, to drink responsibly, because friends know when to say when. A reminder from your friends at Budweiser. Well, as we mentioned a moment ago, Eddie Johnson, now in his 15th year in the NBA, becomes a very valuable man if he gets an open shot, because he rarely misses open shots. He's had quite a career. 5 NBA teams over 15 years, originally a second-round pick of the Kings in '81, and look where he is, over 18,000 career points.
Last year, began the season with a flourish and then got worn down, bothered by injuries, come off the bench to provide a lift here in the first quarter. Patrick Ewing way off on that shot. And the Knicks offense really not flowing because Ewing has taken 7 shots. 7 of the 12 shots here at the start. Here's Miller.
It's important for Patrick to play with his teammates a little bit more. He's done that a lot this year while accumulating a good number of assists as Reggie Miller steals that ball from Chris Childs.
4th turnover by the Knicks. Just under 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Miller able to save that pass. He was surprised by it. Here's Best. And the Pacers have picked things up after the slow start. They now lead 14-7.
By picking up the pace, Best got a wide open shot moving quickly on that last hoop.
8-0 run by Indiana. See the Knicks only 3 of 12, and now Ewing is able to hit. He has 8 points, 8 of the 9 Knick points. But no one else able to get into the offense. Smits. Dale Davis on the follow, and then Larry Johnson with the rebound. Here's Childs all the way. Nice move. Chris Childs going glass. Indiana leads by 3.
Well, his defender, Best, stayed in front of him, did a good job, but Childs has about 3 inches over him, so he could put that ball right up in front of Best and make that shot.
Johnson for 3.
see Childs looking to push the ball as well as he can. It certainly will benefit Larry Johnson if the Knicks can get into a quicker motion.
Here's Johnson, got the step, lost control. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in the first. Childs now matched up with Miller, who gave it up to Smits.
2 minutes.
Rick Smits missing on his first 3 shot attempts. Buck Williams, Charlie Ward getting set to come on for the Knicks. Houston. And Oakley on the follow. Nice exchange. Johnson got it back to Best. It counts. And the foul. Good look by Eddie Johnson. Foul committed by Larry Johnson. Antonio Davis now checking in for the first time for Indiana.
Entering the baseline line, number 33, Antonio Davis.
Pacers are moving the ball nicely. Eddie Johnson looks for the jumper, sees his teammate in better position, and Best makes a very difficult shot against a man 8 inches taller.
Apparently both teams were headed to the respective benches. They thought it was a television timeout that had been called, but the 2 timeouts already taken, so they resume play. Eric Dampier, the rookie from Mississippi State, has come on along with Antonio Davis. Jalen Rose also on the floor for the first time, the one-time Denver Nugget. Charles Oakley just stumbled, went down at the half court. He's all right. Johnson, guarded by Antonio Davis, and he draws the foul. A reach-in on Davis.
Well, any pressure you can put on one of the Davis boys up front is very helpful. They're vicious rebounders, tough guys, getting better with more experience, and Johnson did a good job drawing that foul.
Larry Johnson out 2 of 3 at the line. Last season, the Knicks won 3 of 4 against the Pacers. They have won 10 of the last 12, 16 of the last 19 against Indiana, and they've had great success here at Market Square Arena. 3-point Indiana lead. 1:10 left in the first. Marv Albert, John Andres from Indianapolis, holding foul on Larry Johnson. That is 2 on Johnson.
Personal penalty in effect.
And the Knicks are now over the foul limit.
Eddie Johnson at the line for your Pacers.
So Eddie Johnson at the line. A very poor shooting first quarter for the Knicks.
Pacers are playing home here with a very spirited up-tempo first quarter. Very focused on this game, and the Knicks got to lift it up a little bit to meet that intensity.
John Wallace replacing Larry Johnson. Indiana 18 and New York 13. Charlie Ward working against Travis Best. Chris Childs for Buck Williams. Played by the rookie Dampier. Oakley. So the Knicks now trail by 3.
Nice simple move by Buck Williams, setting up Oakley by drawing the defense.
And for Oakley, his first field goal. Shot clock at 5. Johnson. Antonio Davis on the offensive glass and draws the foul. And that is applauded by Larry Brown.
See, if John Wallace had identified Davis as the shot went up and gotten in front of him to box him out a little bit, he wouldn't have allowed Davis to get the position he did.
Davis only a 67% free throw shooter. Allen, the second-year man, out of Penn, coming on for the first time. Got the hot hand from three-point range in recent games. And Mike Mathis waving in a Knicks substitution. Allen Houston returns. Van Gundy making a change, a brief appearance for Wallace.
And entering the Pacer lineup,
lots of shuffling. Vincent Askew also coming on for the first time. Larry Brown about to use the entire roster in this first quarter. In fact, the only man who has not played, he's gone with 11 guys. Fred Hoiberg, second-year player from Iowa State, has not seen any daylight. And there's Fred. We do give him camera exposure, though. The mayor, as they call him at Iowa State. Very popular player. Final seconds of the first quarter. Pacers lead by 3. Ward with a nice dish. Williams from Charlie Ward. Indiana's lead is 1. Here comes Allen. Able to get it off. And nearly hit from just within the midcourt line. So after 1, it's the Indiana Pacers 18 and the New York Knicks 17.
The golden age of small business has arrived, and with it, the Gold Corporate Optima card, new from American Express. It allows you to extend payments to manage your cash flow with a low introductory APR of 8.9% and a credit line of up to $20,000, all with no annual fee. It's the perfect match for today's small businesses. The Gold Corporate Optima card. Let American Express give you the power to do more.
Limited time only at your Chrysler dealer. You can lease Chrysler Cirrus for only $269 a month. Or
in the world. Beautiful, isn't it? There's only one city like it.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by American Express. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, American Express helps you do more. By Foot Locker, where it all begins. And by your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Over the years, MSG Network has brought you some of the most magical moments in New York sports history. Tell us your most magical moment on MSG Network, and you can win a pair of Knicks or Ranger tickets. To enter, you can either email, fax, or write us. Take your pick. No purchase is necessary. 5 winners will be selected at random, and all entries must be received by February 7th, 1997.
Second quarter underway. Pacers 18 and the Knicks 17. Knicks only 7 of 19 in that first quarter. Pacers 8 for 20. Oh, the strip and a foul. Antonio Davis took a shot. Foul committed by Charles Oakley. Well, Reggie Miller saying earlier today that he was really looking forward to tonight's first matchup against the New York Knicks. He said Hatfields and McCoys all over again. That's what we're looking forward to. Both teams don't like one another. They don't pretend to like one another. Although I must say, with John Stark sidelined by injury, the game does not have the same kind of flair that it would with John in the lineup matched up with Reggie.
Yeah, no question about it, Marv. In fact, fans here, when we arrived tonight, were asking, is Starks playing? What's his status? He missed the other night in Chicago. Will he play tonight? And unfortunately, he is missing.
Yes, that matchup adds to the drama. John Starks out with the sprained neck. Sat out against Chicago the other night, although rather active on the bench, particularly at the end of the first half, where he was complaining to the officials. Foul is called off the steal. Foul against Indiana. Foul on Antonio Davis. And the Knicks maintain possession. May have seen at the end of the half, John Starks had to be guided aside by teammates. And the officials told Jeff Van Gundy that they better keep him under control. In fact, they better keep him out. And they were very compassionate. because they could have hit him with a technical foul. As a result, John Starks remained back in the locker room for the entire second half. But Williams showing the outside touch. Jeff Van Gundy taking no chances, did not want to get hit with a technical foul with something that Starks might say on the bench. Pacers lead by 1, and they turn it over. Larry Brown is going with his backup people for the most part here. He played, which is most unusual, 11 guys in the first quarter.
Yes, it is most unusual. Most coaches like to go with an 8-man rotation throughout the game.
Turnover number 5 committed by the Knicks. Reggie Miller getting set to check back in. This is Jerome Allen handling, and Galen Rose took the shot from Chris Childs.
Jerome Allen's having a problem delivering the passes to his teammates. They're very tough to catch.
Reggie Miller returning to the baseline.
And Miller replaces Allen. Larry Brown in a conversation with Allen out of the University of Pennsylvania, second season in the NBA. Eric Dampier stripped by Buck Williams. Wallace and the tip by Oakland, who also took a shot on the top of his head, but the Knicks now lead by 1. 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. The well-traveled Vincent Askew gives it up to Reggie Miller.
Reggie lost his man on a pick. Chris Childs tried to do his best.
Second field goal for Miller. He has 4 points. Pacers lead by 1. Ward able to penetrate. Sets up Williams. Buck lost the handle. Rose fires to Askew. And Dampier again has it knocked away. Childs. And Ward able to maintain possession. Here's Oakley. Yes. Knicks lead by 1.
Antonio Davis didn't believe Oakley could hit that shot. Charles got a good look.
John, the rookie from Mississippi State, Eric Dampier, like yourself, a work in progress.
Well, he's a spectator out there, Marv. He's kind of just watching things happen.
What a block by Wallace. Spectacular play by Wallace. Now at the other end, he is fouled. Oh, look out.
Wallace was showing interest in the pacer on the floor. Reggie Miller on the floor, and Oakley just came and pushed him away.
Reggie Miller hit the deck off the fake. First, the brilliant block by Wallace. Now a look at the other end as we follow John Wallace. Oh,
Reggie was flying. You can see Wallace caring for him on the floor. Charles Oakley came over to lead him away from Reggie. Some flop he took.
Well, that's John Wallace showing compassion, was concerned about Reggie Miller, but the reaction of Oakley out of the pages of Pat Riley and the philosophy of Jeff Van Gundy to get a little bit nasty, not show any concern for the opposition, which can lead to a whole discussion off that last sequence. Starks digging and giving it up.
You're watching MSG Network. We're all over it.
Would you like a better paying job? Professional Career Development Institute can train you at home in just a few months for one of America's 15 top career opportunities. Whether
solution. Play back in Indianapolis, 8.5 remaining in the first half. Knicks lead by 1. And here's Wallace, air ball, and he claims he was fouled. Late whistle there. And now Oakley and Miller are having some words. Reggie Miller, incidentally, all right after that, after he hit the floor on the fake by Wallace. And the foul is called on Askew.
Charles digging in on Reggie Miller verbally. That's the second delayed whistle against the Pacers here in the first half. Quite noticeable.
Knicks lead 24-22.
Another look at that terrible fall that Reggie Miller took off John Wallace, who leaned over to show some interest in Wallace. In Reggie Miller, rather, and Charles Oakley came over, reminding, it appears, John Wallace that Reggie Miller is an opponent that we don't care about.
Wallace hit the second free throw, and the Knicks have their biggest lead of the game. Foul is called a reach-in on Wallace.
John Wallace with a foul, his second. 3 on the Knicks in the period.
When you see plays like that with Oakley coming over to pull Wallace away, who was just following a human reaction, it's unfortunate that so many players these days take that cold approach to an opponent as opposed to letting the normal good sportsmanship show.
Here's Askew. It counts. And the foul. Foul committed by Buck Williams. So Vincent Askew will look to complete a three-point play.
Solid drive inside. Askew made a pass through the New Jersey Nets camp this season. Now here with the Pacers.
Antonio Davis tossing up an air ball. Knicks have got a long stint without Patrick Ewing. And Askew had it knocked aside. What a save! Kept alive by Buck Williams on the save by John Wallace. Now Ewing is getting set to return, as is Houston. Williams rebounded by Dale Davis.
Getting very physical under the boards now.
Miller for three. Indiana leads 27-25.
Askew's been pushing John Wallace around.
Wallace spinning his way. What a move by John Wallace. And again, he has come on and done a number of good things.
He has very talented moves, and that was an example of one of them on offense.
Game is tied at 27. 6:40 remaining in the first half. Miller called for a travel. Won't count. Played very well by Childs. Now Ewing and Houston check back in. Here comes Smits for Indiana.
Must say, Marv, without Patrick Ewing on the floor, who was getting a rest, the Knicks have done well with the players that Jeff Van Gundy has gone to.
Charlie Ward remaining. He and Allen Houston in the backcourt. Buck Williams, Patrick Ewing up front with John Wallace. 6 points for Buck Williams. And the Knicks lead 29-27.
You know, it seems Buck Williams holds that jump shot in reserve. You don't see it for many games, and then all of a sudden when it's needed, it's there.
Oh, consecutive blocks to stop Rose. John Wallace able to get a piece of that last shot, and also heard from Jalen Rose.
Rose a big man also, as Ewing goes up to intimidate, and then you can see Wallace reaching around Rose for that block.
Ewing fouled by McKee. That's 3 on Derek McKee. He'll replace McKee, who sits down with 4 points.
McKee, an All-NBA second-team defender last year. Highly respected for his defense. Played Ewing aggressively and got called for that foul.
The Knicks lead by 3 points. Pacers had an 18-17 lead after 1. Wallace able to keep it alive. Ewing squaring up against Smits. He changed his mind. He did not have the angle. Played well by Smits. And the Knicks turn it over.
Well, Smits, all he did for the first time with Ewing is put his hands up, and at 7-4, that takes away Ewing's vision, who then decided to pass, but he didn't have a good look.
And the ball away from the ball. It is on Ewing.
Reggie Miller came around a pick, and Ewing bumped him pretty good, and that blow didn't escape the view of Mike Mathis.
Reggie Miller at the line for your Pacers.
The Knicks over the foul limit. Reggie Miller, one of the NBA's best free throw shooters, 89% at the line.
Yes, he's number 5 right now. And always is, as you say, among the best. See Reggie Miller left now, coming around that pick. You have real quick eyes. So here we go. Take another look. Anyway, he took quite a bump.
Knicks 30 and the Pacers 29 as we come up on 5 minutes remaining first half. Marv Albert, John Andres from Market Square in Indianapolis. Sellout crowd, 16,500 on hand. It's only the second sellout of the season for Indiana. Pretty pass, a whip pass thrown by Ward, and Ewing was fouled. Foul on Smits. That is his first.
Good sequence for the Knicks, who have picked up their tempo to certainly meet and somewhat surpass the effort of the Pacers here in the first half physically. But by spreading it out, moving the ball as well as they did, they got Ewing in good position. Got him the basketball just right.
Knicks 31 and the Pacers 29. Ewing with 10 points. So the Knicks lead by 3. Travis Best back in the lineup after missing a game with a toe injury. He and Miller at the guards. Dale Davis, Eddie Johnson, Rick Smits on the front line. Smits played by Buck Williams.
Knicks rotated defensively with the initial double team beautifully.
Eddie Johnson on the intercept. Pass intended for Larry Johnson, who just checked back in. Dale Davis hesitated and then was blocked by Ewing.
Very quick response by Ewing, helping out Buck Williams, who had fronted his man.
Larry Johnson on a good look from Patrick Ewing. And for Johnson, his first field goal.
Larry Brown's got to be really unhappy about that slow transition defensively by his Pacers.
The Knicks with a 5-point lead. Smits from Dale Davis. Good one-bounce pass delivered by Davis. And for Rick Smits, his first field goal. Timeout taken by Jeff Van Gundy. 3:49 remaining. First half.
You ever look at a lobster?
Yeah.
Like what possessed the first man to eat a lobster?
What do you mean?
It's like a big sea cockroach. Why would the first man eat this?
And?
I don't have an answer.
Oh.
Do you ever think about things like that? Like, why would man eat lobster?
No.
I just got one of those minds. Why?
Many of you are
on getting the AT&T One rate plan.
I just got that plan.
I'm with that dime plan.
It's not a dime all the time to everyone, you know.
It's not?
No, only one person.
What about everybody else?
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays, it's a quarter.
It's so complicated.
Well, the AT&T One rate plan is very simple.
How simple?
Calls from home, one low rate to anybody in America, anytime, no restrictions.
I'm switching to AT&T.
All right, so we're making a little progress.
No restrictions, no games. The AT&T One rate plan.
During the Dodge New Year's celebration, you can get a great deal on the all-new Dodge Dakota 97 Sport Truck of the Year. Or on Dodge Ram, #1 in resale versus Ford, Chevy, and GMC. And with $400 to $1,650 in package value discounts, you too can tear along the dotted line. At the Dodge New Year's celebration, don't miss it.
Well, Knicks have answered the response to the Pacers coming out strong tonight with a healthy team for a change. Pacers trying to get the ball inside. Good help by Ewing with the shot block. Sending Dale Davis away. Then Ewing with Smits in front of him finds an open Larry Johnson. Nice pass by Ewing to Johnson, who finishes after receiving that nice pass. Ewing against the Pacers over the years, 45 regular season games. They play 4 times a year, so it's a long period of time. Over 23 a game, over 53% from the field. He's always the focus of their defensive preparation.
And as we touched on earlier, the Knicks in recent seasons have had much success against the Pacers. Larry Johnson fouled. Foul committed by Dale Davis. His first. Dale Davis in his 6th year out of Clemson. You know, when he was drafted, Indiana Pacers thought that they were getting a more athletic Buck Williams. But it really has not worked out that way. Certainly a valuable player, but Buck certainly has the advantages offensively.
And he has shown the Pacers a couple of nice jump shots tonight already.
Knicks lead 35-31. 3.5 to go in this first half. Eddie Johnson with a lightning quick release. 8 points off the bench for the 15-year veteran, Eddie Johnson. Buck Williams pitches out. Open shot for Charlie Ward. And Rick Smits reaching for that rebound.
Reggie Miller wants to low post Charlie Ward.
Foul on Larry Johnson as he went for the Eddie Johnson head fake. Knicks over the limit. Eddie Johnson to the line. And that's 3 on Larry Johnson. Looking over at Jeff Van Gundy, and for the moment, Jeff will stay with Larry Johnson despite the 3 fouls. Childs is coming on for Ward. Nope, Larry Johnson will be pulled. Childs coming on for Johnson. Ward was in the process of departing and then a change, so the Knicks go with 3 guards. 3 minutes left, first half. The game tied at 35. Best fell down. Ward not able to take advantage.
Eddie Johnson's guarding Chris Childs.
Last touch by Smits. The Knicks on the road have lost 3 of their last 4 games. 11-8 overall. At home, they've won 13 straight. 14 of 15. Back home for Miami Sunday afternoon. Buck Williams getting it out for Allen Houston. Yes. Allen Houston with his first field goal. It's a 3 for Houston, and the Knicks lead 38-35. Childs and Miller very aggressive.
Childs is bumping Reggie pretty good as he came around to get free from that pick.
Childs trying to get ahead of the field, but Miller raced back. Ewing from Childs. Patrick Ewing on the reverse stuff, set up beautifully by Chris Childs.
absolutely electrifying play by those two.
That reminiscent of the lead pass from John Wallace at Madison Square Garden for Patrick Ewing, a bucket that Ewing said was the best of his career. Well, this might be a close runner-up.
What a lift that gave Ewing and the Knicks. Oh, what timing. And Ewing knew exactly where he was while receiving that perfectly thrown pass from Chris Childs. Another look at it. We have it from all angles. The 17th angle.
Is this your way of saying nice job to the boys in the truck, Howard Singer and Bobby Lewis?
My way of saying MSG. We're all over it.
Oh, man. Sellout before our very eyes. And the Knicks now lead by 5 with just under 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Rick Smits, and a holding foul. Call made by the outside official, Mike Callahan. It is on Ewing. That's 3 on Ewing.
The Knicks will always front a low post man, which requires on the lead passes over the defender that the back defenders help out quickly. And the Knicks are doing a splendid job of that tonight. Now, there was a foul on this play, but what the Knicks are saying is if you're going to beat us, you got to throw the lead pass, and we have the artillery coming from behind. The key to it, though, is the quick response by the back people. The Knicks are doing a good job of that.
Charles Oakley replacing Patrick Ewing. 13 points, 5 rebounds for Ewing. Rick Smits in his 9th game back following the surgery on both feet. Last year averaged a career best 18.5 points per game despite various ankle problems. In fact, missed 19 games last season. The Knicks lead is 3.
Yes, Rick had both feet operated on last summer. It's been a long recovery period.
And a foul against the Pacers. Down to a minute and a half left in this first half. Foul on Askew, his second. It puts Indiana over the foul limit. Antonio Davis back for Rick Smits. Smits leaving with 4 points. And Houston at the line. (41-37) Knicks. Jeff Van Gundy calling this the most critical stretch of the season. An 8-game, 13-day run. The Knicks coming off the loss to the Bulls on Tuesday. The Michael Jordan one-man show, scoring an NBA season-high 51. 51 of the Bulls' 88 points, which is amazing. And then the Knicks play in Charlotte tomorrow. Back home Sunday for Miami. Here's Best for 3. And away from the ball, a foul is called as Miller hit the floor. The basket does count.
Chris Childs is playing Miller very aggressively. He got caught underneath with all the big people converging. Childs knows how to use his hands. You see Childs trying to stay on top of everything under the basket. Miller went flying. Here's a better look at it now. You can see he just disposes of Reggie Miller, who has his eye on the official and likes what he hears when that whistle blew.
It is a one-shot situation, so that a 4-point play for the Pacers. And they're down by 1. Miller has 10 points. 1 minute left in the first half. Childs for 3. Rebounded by Dale Davis. The lead for Antonio Davis, but pushed. Fouled by Buck Williams. And with the Knicks over the foul on it, Pacers will head back to the line. Reggie Miller now sitting down, replaced by Jalen Rose. Antonio Davis to the line. Only a 67% free throw shooter. Missed 2 shots earlier.
Davis, because of his aggressive style, however, draws a lot of fouls. Only plays at 28 minutes a game, but he takes the second most foul shots on the team behind Reggie Miller.
Knicks take a 20 with 49 seconds to go in the first half. The game tied at 42.
Located on the first level, you got Pacers t-shirt.
Well, last night, another look. I should say Tuesday night, a look at the numbers from Michael Jordan in his 43 minutes, 18 of 30, 51 points, 10 of 11 from the line. His 4th regular season 50-plus point game against the Knicks.
Pretty good. Quite a performance. You know, Bob, I was looking at the record of the Knicks now coming in tonight, 28-12. Game number 41, the official halfway point in the season. Over the last 10 years, this is the Knicks' second best record at the halfway point in the season are coming in tonight. Back in the 1993-94 season, you could see the Knicks had 30 wins that year, but despite all the questions about the many changes, and not everybody in full stride yet, the Knicks do have a fine record.
Pacers by 1, 43-42. I have to agree what Buck Williams said earlier to you as Buck throws up the running hook. That the last 4, 5, 6 games, the Knicks are playing much better and getting more fluidity than they did earlier in the season when they were winning, but not looking sharp. And a foul is called. And again, the Pacers to the line. Foul committed by Ward. That's the first on Charlie. Coming up, the Tri-State Jeep and Eagle halftime report. There is only one Jeep. It's only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. Deb Kaufman at the MSG Sports Desk. Plus first half highlights. That is just ahead with 25 and 7/10 seconds to go in the half. Travis Best with 8 points.
Best has emerged as a very significant scorer for this team now in his second year. 3rd leading scorer behind Reggie Miller and Rick Smits on the average, although this is only Smits' 9th game tonight.
And the Pacers showing some pressure. They double up on Childs, able to handle it. Knicks holding for a final shot of the half. Down to 10 seconds.
Houston always seems to get the honor now of finishing in these moments.
Houston rejected. Askew pops it down. So it is halftime here in Indianapolis. Indiana Pacers 45 and the New York Knicks 42. The High Point men, Patrick Ewing leading the Knicks with 13 and Reggie Miller with 10. Miller 3 of 6 shooting in his 20 minutes. 3-point lead for the Pacers at the half. We'll be back in a moment.
Boom, kaboom, shoot! Score! 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 You like this pace? That's a rocket.
Feeling stressed out? Is that nagging back pain acting up again? Now you can experience a complete and relaxing massage with the Body Back Plus Massager. While its thick, soft cushion offers support, 5 independent motors massage all major stress points and tired muscle groups. You can even use the cycle mode, sending massage pulses up and down your entire body. Adjust the speed and intensity of the massage for the ultimate in relaxation. Choose a slow, gentle massage to soothe and comfort, or a stimulating, vibrant massage to revitalize. Other massagers cost hundreds or even thousands, but through this special TV offer, sure you can order the Body Back Plus for just 4 easy payments of $19.95. And if you call right now, you'll also receive this car adapter absolutely free. Now you can have a massage even in your car. Body Back Plus is also available with soothing heat for just 1 extra payment of only $19.95. Body Back Plus works anywhere, anytime you need it. Have your credit card ready and call 1-800-750-0975 or send $79.80 plus $14.95 shipping and handling to Body Back Plus, P.O. Box 910, Department 16, Gardnerville, Nevada.
So you finally solved your hair loss problem.
Uh-huh.
It looks very versatile.
Uh-huh.
You can play in it.
Hoo-ah.
You can work in it.
Yabba dabba 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 dabba.
You can even get it wet.
Ah.
We have a better solution. Cordero Surgical Hair Restorations. We provide the latest surgical techniques that permanently restore your own hair safely. Call 1-800-585-4505 for your free consultation. Cordero Surgical Hair Restorations. We have a better solution.
The Princeton Ski and Snowboard Shops announce it going on right now at all Princeton locations is their final end-of-season sale. Nothing has been held back, with every item in every department slashed to their lowest prices ever. $30 metal-assist zip turtlenecks, now just $9.95. $185 Ladies Park is $29.95. $525 Aussie 05 SV skis for $149.95. $900 snowboard packages for as low as $299.95. Even free lift tickets during Princeton's final sale going on now at all Princeton locations. For more information, call 1-800-ALL-SKIS.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
Halftime at Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, and the Pacers have a 45-42 lead on the Knicks. You're watching the Tri-State Jeep and Eagle halftime report. There's only one Jeep. It is only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. Now to bring us up to date on what is going on elsewhere in the world of sports, let's check in with Deb Kaufman at the MSG Sports Desk.
Thank you, Marvin. I know you'll be interested in this. There is a report out of New Orleans that not only is Bill Parcells leaving the Patriots after Super Bowl 31, but he is coming to the Jets, and he'll be replaced by former Jets coach Pete Carroll. We'll have much more tonight on our half-hour show. Parcells' quarterback, meanwhile, is concentrating, we think, on the game. Today was the last day for the players to answer questions. Here, Drew Bledsoe and Brett Favre actually talk about the game.
Offensively, we have to consistently execute on first down so that we cut down the yardage on our second and third downs, and then we have to be very high percentage on third down, picking up our third down conversions to keep Green Bay off the field.
It took me a couple of years to get used to was that each week we would put in new things, but then we'd run the old stuff. Mike just, he feels like he's naked if he doesn't go in with 150 plays.
Dan Reeves hired 5 assistants today. All of them come from his Giants staff in New York. And Jim Fossil, as expected, named Jim Skipper to be his offensive coordinator. Skipper comes from the Arizona Cardinals. We'll be back with the Bulls and Cavs right after this.
Finding more time in your life, that's hard. Finding ways to manage your time better, that's easy with 9X products and services. Announcing 9X Connection Days. If you call now, the connection is free, even for the new caller ID on call waiting, which lets you see who's calling, even when you're on the phone. Getting more time in your life? That's hard. Getting the best stuff from 9X? That's easy. Just call 1-800-931-9531.
The golden age of small business has arrived, and with it, the Gold Corporate Optima Card, new from American Express. It allows you to extend payments to manage your cash flow with a low introductory APR of 8.9% and a credit line of up to $20,000, all with no annual fee. It's the perfect match for today's small businesses. The Gold Corporate Optima Card. Let American Express give you the power to do more.
Thank you. I've just had this most extraordinary phone call from Delta Airlines. It seems they have this intrepid team of meteorologists who spotted a weather problem ahead on my next flight. So they moved things around and then actually rang me up with a reroute. Now, instead of sitting and circling, I'll continue whining and dining and still stick to my schedule. Very civilized, wouldn't you say? Cheers.
Coming off of his season-high 51-point performance against the Knicks, Michael Jordan leading the Bulls against the Cavs tonight. They're leading by 8 At halftime, 44-36. Some of Michael's greatest moments have come against the Cavs. At one point, the Bulls were on a 15-0 run. Bill Wennington will get the job done here, but Michael only at 19 at last count. There goes Wennington inside, and the Bulls again leading by 8, 44-36. Carlos Rogers of the Toronto Raptors is going to step aside from the NBA for a while for a very good reason. His sister needs a kidney transplant, and he is the only member of the family who is a donor match.
She would never let me do it, so if it's something that was detrimental and I had to do it, I would do it without her knowing, because I really believe my sister would rather die than for me to bring a halt to my basketball career. If I have to save my sister's life, I'm not really concerned about how effective I would be. I would probably still be Carlos, so I don't think, it's not like I'm giving her my heart, you know, so I'll kidney, I'll still be able to use the bathroom. So.
All right, Charles Barkley is back for the Rockets tonight, making life more difficult for the Nets. They are just underway, and Stephon Marbury will miss at least the next 2 games. He's got a deep thigh bruise. We will get back to our game at Market Square Arena, where the Knicks are down, right after this.
Saturday, January 25th, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's the one and only one-day sale at Nobody Beats the Wiz. Absolutely every item in every Nobody Beats the Wiz store is on sale. No ifs, ands, or buts. Every TV, camcorder, audio component, compact disc, computer, telephone, and camera. Everything. And here's the Nobody Beats the Wiz challenge. If it's not on sale Saturday, it's yours free. This Saturday, our one and only one-day sale. Nobody Beats the Wiz. Special preview day Friday.
Ever feel like your luck's running out, man? Lately, I've been feeling like my luck's been running out.
Why these fools trying to kill me? Stay focused on my eyes and pride, but if I don't, then dog.
Tim Roth.
This country's falling apart.
Tupac Shakur.
I don't want to go out like that, man.
Gridlock, rated R. Soundtrack on Death Row, featuring a new song from Tupac and Snoop Doggy Dogg. Starts Wednesday, January 29th.
Presenting the 40th winner of $1,000 a week for life, Clement Bedard of West Shazy, New York. These past Win for Life winners joined the celebration.
Welcome to the club. Women are going to fall all over you.
You keep living, we'll keep paying.
See you at the 50th.
The Knicks battle the Hornets after MTS Cannon game night tomorrow night on MSG. So you finally solved your hair loss problem. It looks very versatile. You can play in it.
Hoo-ah.
You can work in it.
Yabba dabba 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 dabba.
Is furnished by Harry Ellis Menswear.
Halftime at Market Square, and the Pacers lead the Knicks by the count of 45-42. A look at Christopher, very popular halftime entertainer around the NBA. That's Christopher right in the back, John. You may not realize. I don't know if you picked it up. We check out the halftime scoring summary, brought to you by Jeep Grand Cherokee, the perfect combination of luxury, safety, and ruggedness. Jeep Grand Cherokee. 10 apiece for Reggie Miller and Eddie Johnson. Reggie 3 of 6 from the field. Johnson 3 of 5. And Travis Best with 9 points. The Knicks with one man in double figures. Patrick Ewing in his 15 minutes of play, 13 points on 5 of 10 shooting, 6 apiece for Johnson, Oakley, and Williams. And looking at the stat sheet, not a particularly good shooting first half for either club.
No, Mark, very hard fought defensively by both teams. Larry Brown a couple of games ago was really all over his team for playing with a lack of enthusiasm, and tonight they've gotten that message. They're playing very hard. Ironically, there's nothing I don't think Jeff Van Gundy is going to say to his team not to do that they did in the first half. It's just more play, more effort, and a little more efficiency out there, and keep those big guys off the boards. That's what the Knicks have got to do.
Although it has been high energy, I thought, right from the start. Both clubs playing hard. A look at the halftime highlights. And the highlights brought to you by Jeep Wrangler, the official top-down, fun in the sun, on and off road vehicle from Jeep.
A lot of good play here in the first half. Oh, how about that spectacular play, however. Childs to Ewing and the reverse dunk. John Wallace had some good moments on the floor. Nice move on Askew. Got rid of him with that one dribble and spun around. Was not distracted and hit that jump shot. For the Pacers, it's always Reggie Miller time here in Indiana and in New York, as Knicks fans know. Off the steal, Reggie Miller finished nicely with the lefty drive. And Larry make that Eddie Johnson with an open jump shot in the first half. Eddie, with 10 minutes of play, made 3 out of 5, and he's one of 3 double-figure scorers here in the game.
Well, you've been watching the Tri-State Jeep and Eagle halftime report. There's only one Jeep. It's only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Is that Johnson's team behind us?
Exactly.
Are they members of Hertz #1 Club Gold?
Exactly.
Are we members of Hertz #1?
Not exactly.
So thanks to Hertz, they're going to get to the meeting on time. And we'll be late. So exactly what will I tell the boss?
In Rent-A-Car, there's Hertz, and there's not exactly. Make sure you choose the right one.
And then a dog in the cargo hold 8-hour presentation.
Is he buying it?
Not exactly.
Let's face it, college is expensive. You got tuition, room and board, lava lights, stereo equipment. But one thing's not expensive. 1-800-COLLECT. It saves up to 44%. That's a lot of money.
$44%? That'd buy bigger speakers.
Dial 1-800-COLLECT. Save the people you call up to 44%. Alex!
McDonald's, America's favorite fries. Go get
MCS Service and Canon Technology. Let us show you the possibilities.
So,
Well, that was great. It was really great.
Yeah, that was great. I'll call you.
If you want to.
I have your number.
Yeah, you wrote it on your hand.
Well, it's great meeting you.
Yeah, I'm glad she set us up.
I'll call you sometime.
That would be nice.
Great.
Great. Bye. Oh.
Bye.
Yeah.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by Hertz. For business, for pleasure, nobody does it exactly like Hertz. By McDonald's. Have you had your break today? And by Nobody Beats the Wiz Home Entertainment Center.
Well, the Indiana Pacers with a 45-42 lead on the New York Knicks, and this is the first of 4 regular season meetings between these two teams, and for Indiana, first of 3 straight at home. A look at the Toyota matchup, and in the first half, all Patrick Ewing.
Yes, these are relationship numbers that have existed over these many years. Ewing has been playing against the Pacers. He is the dominant big man tonight.
Well, the Knicks 15 of 37 from the field, just under 41% shooting. And the Pacers 14 of 34 for 41%. Off the boards, Knicks with a 25-21 edge. Turnovers tonight, the Knicks with 8, leading to 10 Indiana points. And the Pacers with 7 turnovers. Pacers turnovers have been down, averaging only 12 per game. They were at 16 per game.
Derek McKee went out with 3 fouls after 6 minutes on the court, but they got a good lift from Eddie Johnson, which has given the bench numbers pretty impressive status here for the Indiana Pacers in the first half. 16 points off the bench in the first half of the Pacers.
Rick Smits fouled by Charles Oakley. So Jeff Van Gundy switching off to Oakley defending against Smits, because Ewing has 3 fouls, and that is number 2 on Oakley. 3 apiece on Ewing and Larry Johnson. Travis Best, Reggie Miller open up at the guards. Eric McKee, Rick Smits, Dale Davis up front for the Pacers. And Best's pass broken up. McKee able to recover. Shot clock at 6. Down to 3. Here's Best. And the Pacers lead 47-42.
Boy, they took the most they could out of that 24 seconds with good decisions.
Knicks with Childs and Houston in the backcourt. Ewing, Oakley, and Johnson up front. Nice lead for Allen Houston. Chris Childs on a set play with Houston.
A couple of guys that have really got to know each other when you see a play like that.
7 points for Houston. The Knicks trailing by 3.
Charles Oakley giving Rick Smits a massage.
Good defensive sequence by the Knicks, forcing that turnover.
Once again, you could see Oakley fronting the big man, and the pass just had too much on it. See Oakley coming around the front. Smits holding that big hand up. He's a good target, but the pass was off.
Crowd wanted a palming violation on Childs, and Houston's pass deflected. McKee, another Pacer turnover. Number 9. We're just underway in the 3rd quarter in Indianapolis. Marv Albert with John Andres. Knicks play in Charlotte tomorrow night. We'll have it on MSG. Oakley coming up short, try to follow it through, but knocked it out.
Something you rarely see a player follow up his own jump shot.
And Travis Best marking out signals as he walked it up. Here's Dale Davis. Childs with a nice pass, and Johnson able to put it away. 8 points for Johnson. Pacers 47 and the Knicks 46.
That was Childs' 5th assist in the game. He's leading all players in that department.
Best for 3. Travis Best with a second 3-pointer. Childs, he drew the foul. Childs racing down court. Foul on Dale Davis.
Childs continues to accelerate the tempo of the Knicks when they get into their offense. Keeps pushing the ball. No one got in his way, so he kept going on that play. Childs doing a nice job now. Found Larry Johnson underneath the basket. Always has the head up, as good point guards do, looking for the open man.
Pacers lead at 50-48.
Pacers have not used Reggie Miller a lot here. He only had 10 points in the first half. Oh, big play by Larry Johnson on McKee, blocking the taller man's jump shot.
Charles Oakley knocking down the jump shot, and the game is tied at 50. Coming into tonight, the Knicks a game behind Miami. Miami playing at Toronto, and they lead the Raptors 80-67 early 4th quarter. Here's Best for 3. Consecutive 3-point shots for Travis Best. Indiana leads by 3. Four minutes gone by in the 3rd. Childs for Oakley. Broken up. Nice play by McKee. It will be Nick Ball, though, with 7 on the 24. Here's Ewing. Oh, Patrick Ewing blew by 2 Pacers, Smits and McKee. So Indiana now leads by 1. 15 points for Ewing. And that pass surprised Dale Davis. Deflected out last touch, though, by the Knicks. Pacers have 12 on the shot clock, and they want to talk it over with 7:41 left, third quarter.
Incredible GMAC financing under 1%. Warm up to the savings. $2,500 cash back or great low financing. Either way, you're a winner with Regal. Winter warm-up savings for a limited time at your Buick dealer now.
Remember, when you're having good times knowing the opposition with good friends, to drink responsibly, because friends know when to say when. A reminder from your friends at Budweiser. Here's a super move by Ewing. One dribble by Smits over Davis. Slam dunk for Ewing, who is looking forward to the All-Star game. After 5 returns, 5 different times the votes have been counted. The starters will be announced Sunday, but these are the numbers after the 5 returns are in. Ewing leading big time over Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo, Georgetown, and Georgetown in the center position for the East, with Ewing looking like he'll be the starter.
And that is a backcourt violation. Good job again defensively by the Knicks. How about Brian Williams, who has not played a game, receiving over 14,000 votes in the Western Conference center All-Star balloting. 14,000 votes. Hasn't played this year.
He's got a very big family, Mark.
Right. Those Clipper fans getting out there and
you know their stuff.
Pacers lead by 1. Childs for Oakley. Knicks able to swing the ball, and Ewing off the front rim on that long jump shot attempt. Foul committed. Or perhaps no, the ball just deflected out by Oakley. I told Brian Williams with 43,000 votes, not within the last minute. The last time I looked it was 14, but it's 43,000 for Williams. And just before the shot clock buzzer, a hack out on Childs, so 3 now on Childs, Ewing, and Johnson. Travis Best at the free throw line.
Best has done a very good job. He's a tough man for Childs tonight. Very offensive minded. Has shown he can hit the 3. He's done it 3 times.
Made a very strong return after missing a game with that sprained big toe. The trade of Mark Jackson to Denver presenting Travis Best with the starter's job at point guard. Last season, for the most part, came off the bench. Pacers lead 55-52. Open shot for Oakley. Miller for 3. And back comes Childs. Childs all the way.
What a tough shot. Going away from the basket. Second time he's done that tonight. Although the one in the first half was much closer to the basket.
6 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds for Chris Childs. Miller on a fadeaway. Reggie not shooting well. Knicks down by 1. Childs spinning his way and drew the foul.
Another example of the accelerated offensive style that Childs is bringing Ended up in a one-on-one matchup here, and you can see the nice spin got him close to the basket to draw the foul.
Childs an 83% free throw shooter. Antonio Davis back on the floor. Game is tied at 55.
Coming in, Childs has hit 14 of 15 from the line over his last 10 games coming into tonight's game.
So the Knicks take a 1-point lead. Miller coming off the pick. Miller forced the shot. He's been played well by Allen Houston. 3 of 9 for Reggie Miller.
Yes, Allen's not buying the fakes.
5.5 remaining third quarter. Ewing getting position. Off the head fake. Lost it. And the Pacers take over. Ewing complaining. Thought he was fouled. Has some words in the direction of Greg Willard. And a technical foul called on Patrick Ewing. Chris Childs keeping Ewing away.
Ewing's testing the officials.
Reggie Miller hitting the tee.
Here's what got Patrick irate as he drove inside. Ball goes out off him. He felt he was fouled. He faced the defender, took the ball to the basket. Had a lot to say and drew the technical.
Greg Willard at first let it go, and then Ewing persisted. And the technical was handed out. Game tied at 56. Antonio Davis had to fire it up with the shot clock running down. Just under 5 minutes left, third quarter. Oakley from way out. Charles Oakley had the foot on the line. It's a two-pointer, but the Knicks now lead 58-56.
Looking at Reggie Miller, looking at Allen Houston, they're matched all game, and you just get the feel that Miller's trying to get Houston emotional. He seems to be testing him. He just doesn't get any reaction from the placid expression of Allen Houston.
Last touch by Houston.
Unlike the excitable John Starks in his normal relationship with Reggie.
Allen Houston has been digging in and has done a very effective job on Reggie Miller. Best. Well, two Pacers were on the ball, could not control it, and then it was deflected out by Childs.
Well, Childs is all over the place. Going in with the big people. In that situation, he's saying with his actions, I'm not just relying on big people. I'll go in and compete too under the boards.
They double up on Miller. Antonio Davis. Foul hit hard. No, an offensive foul. The charge was taken. Patrick Ewing was able to take the blow. And from behind, I saw Antonio Davis take a shot, but the call right there. And then Oakley, in a late reaction, also made contact. But good call, a charge on Antonio Davis.
Knicks continue to move so well in the defensive area around the basket and on offense, getting Ewing, who kept moving the basketball for a dunk.
17 for Ewing. And the Knicks playing well, lead at 60-56. They double up on Best. Ewing diving for it. It's a jump ball.
Well, whatever the Pacers are presenting, it seems now in the third quarter, the Knicks have a little bit more of it. Energy and efficiency all over the place. Childs with the head up, pushing that ball inside to Ewing. Patrick kept moving, put himself in position to get the ball, and he did.
Knicks done a good job, 7 of 10 from the field, but they have done it defensively here in the third and lead by 4 with 3:39 remaining, third quarter.
Official seems to be pointing to a bleeding chin of Houston, who's searching for the blood. He can't find it.
Well, that would mean automatic departure and a substitution. Houston will head to the bench. Knicks trainer Mike Saunders will check things out, and Charlie Ward comes on. Let's see how the Knicks play the matchups. Ward will defend against Best, and Childs, who did play Miller briefly in the first half, will go against Miller.
After what Childs faced in Chicago the other night with dealing with Michael Jordan, as tough as Miller is, it gets a lot easier.
The officials trying to get things going on a jump ball. Crowd getting impatient. Question is who is going on the jump, and there are also some wet spots on the floor that are being taken care of. Knicks with Ewing, Johnson, Oakley up front. Now Ward and Childs in the backcourt.
When are they going to drop the puck, Mark?
And now we're set. Ewing and Antonio Davis. Mike Mathis felt that Larry Johnson was cheating on the tip, and the Knicks control it. Knicks with the ball and a 4-point lead. Childs being guarded by Miller. Shot clock at 6. Ewing. And deflected out by Miller.
Boy, there is 100% effort by both teams going hard to the boards.
That's been the tone throughout the game. Both clubs have shown much energy right from the start.
Boom, kaboom, shoot! Score! 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 You like this pace? This is hockey. So you finally solved your hair loss problem. It looks very versatile.
The Princeton Ski and Snowboard Shops announce it going on right now at all Princeton locations is their final end-of-season sale. Nothing has been held back, with every item in every department slashed to their lowest prices ever. $30 Medalist Zip Turtlenecks, now just $9.95. $185 Ladies Park is $29.95. $525 Aussie 05 SV skis for $149.95. $900 snowboard packages for as low as $299.95. Even free lift tickets during Princeton's final sale going on now at all Princeton locations. For more information, call 1-800-ALL-SKIS.
We'd like you to know that you can purchase the official 1996-97 Knicks yearbook commemorating the 50th anniversary of the team. Just send a $15 check or money order, which includes shipping and handling, to New York Knicks, 2 Penn Plaza, 14th floor, New York, New York, 10121. Attention, Debbie. Debbie is very efficient. I know that for a fact.
Oh, yeah.
And she'll get that yearbook out within the next several minutes.
John, for you, a strong vote of confidence. Here's Childs. Unable to hit that 3-point shot. Coming up on 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Eddie Johnson, who just checked back in, had the hot hand early. The Knicks lead 60-56. Rick Smits getting set to return. Allen Houston is back. Johnson. Larry Johnson over Dale Davis.
Knicks have really done a lot better jobs moving that ball around here in the second half.
Once again, it's Allen Houston. defending against Reggie Miller. Miller flashing down low, and Houston with the good job fronting him. Shot clock at 6. Best on the penetration, but blocked by Ewing. Ewing could not make the move on the head fake, and a travel on Oakley, and again Oakley and Miller had some words. John Wallace replacing Larry Johnson. John Wallace played well in the first half in his 7 minutes. 4 points, 2 rebounds, did a good job. Pacers have missed their last 7 shots. Smits stripped by Oakley. Childs, oh, what a move by Chris Childs. Pacers were confused. They opened things up down the lane, and Childs on the spin was able to have the clear path, and the Knicks now lead by 6.
Boy, in this tightly fought game, 6 points is a lot right now.
Rick Smits, time able to beat both Oakley and Ewing. 6-point lead, the biggest lead of the night just a moment ago.
That lead pass took Smits deep, and at 7-4, very tough to defend that.
Offensive foul on Childs. Mike Mathis indicating he pushed out with his left hand. Here's Buck Williams for Patrick Ewing. Number 4 committed by Childs. Ewing leaving with 17 points, 7 rebounds. And Jalen Rose is back. Larry Brown earlier in the season not enthralled with the play of Jalen Rose, the one-time Denver Nugget. Smits. Well, the Pacers hope to take advantage of Ewing on the bench. Rick Smits has been very quiet. He now has 8 points, and the Knicks lead is 2.
Well, they just put him down low, and he got the position, and then at his size now with Ewing out, it's an easy target for the Pacers to find him.
Here's Oakley. It counts, and the foul. Another solid game for Charles Oakley. 12 points, and he'll head to the line.
Charles has had many big moments in this arena. You don't see him do that often. Aggressively seek the basket in the low post position, but he got the job done on that move.
Last night did not shoot well, 5 of 15, but had 13 rebounds and a season-high 9 offensive rebounds for Oakley. Against Chicago, I should say Tuesday night in Chicago. Time goes so quickly, Jen. Knicks lead by 5. Coming up on 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Houston through the foul. Askew called for the hack. So Allen Houston to the free throw line.
See, with Ewing out of the lineup now, the Knicks not playing with a scoring low post man. This is a good opportunity for Houston to get aggressive, which he's been doing lately, and ask for the ball from his teammates. But he's got to put himself in position to get the ball. He's got to keep moving, and the Knicks could certainly use his offensive best right now.
Allen Houston 2 of 5 from the field, 3 for 3 at the line. And Jeff Van Gundy going deep into his bench. Walter McCarty, the rookie from Kentucky, will come on for Charles Oakley with only 15 seconds left in the 3rd.
Yes, this is brief rest time for the key Knicks players.
Down to 10 seconds, 3rd quarter. Askew, and he's fouled. Wallace picks it up. Well, with a minute and a half remaining in Toronto, it is Miami 90 and the Raptors 77. Coming into tonight, Miami, a game in front of the Knicks. Vincent Askew, acquired from the New Jersey Nets for Reggie Williams. Originally a second-round pick of the Sixers back in '87. Spent time in the CBA, and then it was Golden State, Sacramento, Seattle, the Nets, now Indiana. Not a favorite of George Karl in Seattle at the end of last season, and then vanished during the playoffs and certainly the finals against the Bulls.
Yet his best years were in Seattle. When you look at his career.
6-point Knick lead. Third quarter closing down. Houston for 3. After 3, it's the Knicks 67 and the Pacers 61.
Send your package in 2 days with FedEx and people are impressed. Cost about $8.
Send your package in 2 days with UPS and people.
It's yours free. Nobody beats the Wiz.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by the United States Postal Service. We deliver for you. By MetLife. Get Met. It pays. And by your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. There's only one Jeep, and it's only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer.
Welcome back to Indianapolis, and John, it's time for our Coach Classic play featuring the Knicks and the Pacers in the playoffs May 6th, 1993, Game 4 of their best-of-5 series, and Doc Rivers was the hero. 3 3-pointers in overtime in a span of a minute and 57 to spark the Knicks to the 109-100 win. Clinching the first-round series, Doc finished with 21 points. The Knicks advancing to play the Charlotte Hornets, beat the Hornets, went on to face the Bulls, and then lost to the Chicago Bulls.
Get the feeling over the years that the Knicks have the number of the Pacers home and away, and they have always played at a very high level of performance here in Indiana.
Knicks with a 25-16 advantage in the third quarter. 1-point Pacers missed 7 straight shots, so the Knicks lead by 6 points. Here's Wallace, got the step, and rebounded by Eddie Johnson. Mentioned the success here at Market Square. Knicks have won 11 of the last 13 regular season games here in Indianapolis. Foul is called. Charles Oakley called for the personal.
Rose comes up limping after that move.
Jalen Rose with 2 shots for your Pacers.
3 fouls on Oakley. As the public address announcer points out, Jalen Rose with 2 shots for your Pacers.
This is a very, very homey environment, Marv.
Jalen Rose had 11 assists the other night against Milwaukee. In his 3rd NBA season out of Michigan, the emotional leader of the storied Fab Five at Michigan. #1 pick, 9th selection overall to the Denver Nuggets. 67-63. Knicks on top. And Ward moving up against Rose. Ward and Houston in the backcourt. Oakley, Buck Williams, Wallace up front. Just the start of things. 4th quarter. Shot clock at 5. Buck Williams trying to toss it up.
Surprised Buck took that shot because he had the big man 7'4" Smits on him.
And now Buck at the other end trying to defend Smits. So the Pacers are within 2. 10 points for Rick Smits. Houston. Well done by Allen Houston. Beautiful setup off the dribble. And the Knicks now lead 69 65. Several of the big guys sitting it out right now. Patrick Ewing getting set to return. Reggie Miller also getting a rest. Here's Rose. At the last instant changed his mind, deflected out by Williams. Now here's Ewing for Oakley. 13 points for Charles Oakley. 3 fouls apiece for Oakley and Ewing and Larry Johnson. 4 on Chris Childs. Oh, intercepted by Wallace. The long arms of John Wallace. And then Ewing gets down court. The Knicks continue to beat the Pacers down court.
They know it. That's what I mentioned earlier in the first half. One of Larry Brown's concerns is their defensive transition. Smits at 275 just can't keep the pace that Ewing can set. That fall-away jump shot right on target, followed by a nice steal. Heads-up play by John Wallace, and the young legs of Patrick Ewing beating everybody down court for the slam dunk. And now a 6-point lead once again for the Knicks.
Biggest lead, a margin of 7. Earlier in the game, Indiana led by 7. Traveling violation on Smits. Jeff Van Gundy is staying with Ewing, Buck Williams, Wallace up front, Ward and Houston in the backcourt. 15 turnovers now for Indiana. Knicks with 12, a low number for the Knicks. That could have been a travel on Houston. Here's Buck Williams. Good box out by Antonio Davis.
And Jeff Van Gundy's probably thinking Ward can get around Jalen Rose, who's 6'8". Ward's been driving well lately.
Intended for Smits, but overthrown by Johnson. Meanwhile, Reggie Miller continues to sit it out. 9:20 to go in this fourth quarter. Now here comes Reggie making his move to the scorer's table. Johnson for Rose in the open floor, fouled by Ward. And that will be a 2-shot foul. And a good play by Charlie Ward. Called clear path to the basket. The automatic 2 free throws. So Jalen Rose to the free throw line.
Rose competing for playing time. He's only started 2 games this year. Both of those games he's been in double figures with assists.
He was acquired in the deal involving Mark Jackson and Ricky Pierce. Last year with the Nuggets, he averaged 10 points and 7 assists. Started the game the other night against Milwaukee with Best sidelined by the toe injury.
The key man in that move, though, was the rookie Eric Dampier, 6'11" rookie. 10th player chosen. The Pacers wanted to move up in the draft. That's what all that transaction was all about. I asked Larry Brown before the game how he's coming, how he'll be. He said he's going to be great. We haven't seen him, though.
Well, Buck Williams took a shot, and he'll head to the line. Well, Dampier got some playing time early when Smits was out, but he is a project known for his defensive play and shot blocking, but on the raw side.
Returning for the Pacers.
Foul on Askew, his 4th, and Buck Williams shooting the 2. Dante Jones, the Knicks rookie who has been sidelined, a college teammate of Eric Dampier at Mississippi State. Buck Williams, 74% free throw shooter. Knicks now lead 73-67. 3 minutes gone by in the 4th. Travis Best now in the backcourt with Vincent Askew. And Best have the touch. 21 points for Best. He's the high man for Indiana. The Knicks lead by 4. Ewing, air ball. Back comes Best. Miller. Childs trying to draw the foul. Miller. The Knicks lead 73-71. Ewing couldn't handle that lead pass. Here comes Best. He has Miller on the right. And a blocking foul against the Knicks. Foul on Ward, who was shaken up.
Charlie ran in front of Best trying to draw an offensive foul, but it just didn't work. Charlie Ward to Ewing, couldn't handle it. And Best was flying. You'll see Ward run right in front of him.
Pacers felt that it should have been in the act, and they were looking to go to the foul line, but that's not the case. 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The Knicks lead by 2. That pass broken up by Williams. Childs tried to go to the left hand and was rejected.
Jeff Van Gundy continuing with Ward and Childs together.
Miller with the opening. And the Knicks want a timeout. 7:24 remaining, fourth quarter. The Knicks 73 and the Pacers 71.
Now Pacers fans, over.
The Knicks battle the Hornets after MCS Cannon game night tomorrow night on MSG.
The Princeton Ski and Snowboard Shops announce it going on right now at all Princeton locations is their final end-of-season sale. Nothing has been held back, with every item in every department slashed to their lowest prices ever. $30 metalist zip turtlenecks, now just $9.95. $185 ladies park is $29.95. $525 Aussie 05 SV skis for $149.95. $900 snowboard packages for as low as $299.95. Even free lift tickets during Princeton's final sale going on now at all Princeton locations. For more information, call 1-800-ALL-SKIS.
Eastfield Showroom. We're gonna get you the best automotive deal. It's Eastfield. Eastfield. Who's gonna get you in the right set of wheels? It's Eastfield. Eastfield. Toyota, Chrysler, Jeep, Eagle, Chevy, and Cheeto. There's just one place you've got to go. It's Eastfield. Eastfield.
At East Hills, we don't want to sell you a car. We want to help you buy one.
At East Hills.
When the tire store guy says just $49.99, ask them if that's the real price or their suck-you-in price. Yeah, they'll tell you one price, then charge you extra for valve stems, balancing, putting the tires on your car. Like, where did they think I was going to put them?
At Wholesale Tire, out-the-door pricing means you'll get all these free, plus the guaranteed lowest prices and no extras ever.
Ask if they have out-the-door pricing. If they say nope, tell them where to go.
Well, the Knicks were in Chicago, it seems, a few minutes ago. Now they're in Indiana. But tomorrow, it's a different story. At Charlotte, our Delta Airlines upcoming schedule, the game tomorrow night in Charlotte, MCS Cannon game night at 7:30, 8 o'clock game. Sunday, Pat Riley and the Miami Heat visit Madison Square Garden. The game to be seen on NBC. And Tuesday, the Knicks will entertain the Boston Celtics at Madison Square Garden. That's the normal 7:30 game. 7 p.m. MCS Cannon game night.
7:20 remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Knicks now lead by 2 points. Wallace is fouled. Beautiful pass. A gamble, but right on target, thrown by Charlie Ward. And that is number 5 on Askew.
Good look inside. Good hands by Wallace catching that ball and going strong to the basket. Askew is playing Wallace very physically. These are very important moments for the Knicks, and John Wallace getting good amount of playing time here tonight.
John Wallace has played 13 minutes. He is a 69% free throw shooter. Knicks now lead 75-71. Derek McKee is handling against John Wallace. Chris Childs in a physical battle with Reggie Miller down low. Dale Davis. Davis backing Ewing, lost the ball, and then recovered. Only his second field goal. 4 points. And it brings Indiana within 2.
Did a good job of backing Ewing down low.
Buck Williams will head back to the line. Buck spending time at the free throw line.
Derek McKee,
Foul on McKee, that is number 4. Larry Johnson replacing John Wallace. Wallace leads with 6 points and 4 rebounds. Played well. Knicks lead by 3. First of 4 meetings between the Knicks and the Pacers.
Buck Williams is doing some important clutch foul shooting now over the last few minutes.
Knicks lead 77-73. Travis Best to Reggie Miller. Derek McKee posting up on Larry Johnson. Derek McKee going right at Larry Johnson. Only 6 points for McKee. 2-point lead for the Knicks. Giving it up to Ewing. Rebound Williams. Knicks swinging the ball effectively. 6 minutes remaining in the 4th. Childs penetrating and draws the foul. What a quick move by Chris Childs.
All of that comes too from, as you mentioned, the quick ball movement. Spacing on the floor was maintained. Makes the defense work. Basically, the defense breaks down when the ball moves quickly. The old story, Marv, the ball moves faster than the defenders.
Yes. Antonio Davis on the foul. Knicks done the job at the line. They're 25 of 28 at the free throw line. 89%. Pacers have shot well at the line, too.
That's a rare situation. Both teams with the same amount of foul shots.
The Knicks 79 and the Pacers 75. A good one here at Market Square Arena before a sellout crowd. Better than 16,000 on hand. Mike Mathis calling a hold on Larry Johnson. That's 4 on Johnson. And the Knicks with their 4th team foul. Indiana has 4. Johnson jumps out on the switch. Crowd wanted a foul on Ward. Here is Reggie Miller. He's been way off.
Yeah, Childs right in his face.
Johnson going at Antonio Davis. Larry Johnson with a bad shot. And then the steal by Ward. Putting moves on McKee and going all the way. Rebound Buck Williams. The Knicks lead 81-75. Just under 5 minutes remaining in the 4th. Again, McKee. Defended by Johnson. Converted by Dale Davis. The Knicks lead 81-77.
Unfortunately for the Knicks, nobody got in the way of the crashing rebounders of the Pacers.
Childs for Ewing. And a foul. Ewing to the line. It also puts Indiana over the limit. Best called for his second. And a 20-second timeout is called. 20 taken by Larry Brown.
Your Pacers.
Tomorrow night, the Knicks go up against Anthony Mason and the Charlotte Hornets. At the Hive in Charlotte will be on hand. MCS and the Knicks game night at 7:30 and the game at 8. Knicks and Hornets split their first two games. Hornets have played very well.
23-17, 11-5 at home. And they, like the Knicks coming in tonight, have won 6 of their last 10 games. And Anthony Mason has had a terrific first half of the season. There's a look at Charlie Wood on a steal, followed by Buck Williams running hard, getting in position because of that effort to finish the play, and he did, and a big basket for the Knicks.
Patrick Ewing, 4 of 5 at the line. He now has 20 points. So the excellent Knick free throw shooting continues, and they lead 83-77. We approach 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. McKee facing a double team as Ewing over to help. Shot clock at 4. Best for 3. Rebounded by Williams. Buck Williams doing the job off the boards. That is his 6th rebound.
All of the offensive efforts of the Pacers are met with one-on-one tough resistance.
Ewing. Miller. Reggie's been quiet, gives it up. Dale Davis. And a 3-second violation. 3-second violation against Indiana. Yeah, you look at Reggie Miller, and I have a feeling he needs John Starks to get things pumping. He has not seen the fire here tonight, and he's not shot well at 4 of 12.
Yeah, he's not getting open either, Marv. The Knicks are really doing a terrific job on him.
Yes, both Childs and Houston have done it. They played it very aggressively. The timeout is called. Childs in trouble. Calling time with 3:13 left in the fourth. Knicks requesting a 20-second timeout. And when we resume, they will have 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Giles and Charlie Ward getting a lot of time here together on the court.
The Knicks have done it at the foul line. 28 of 31 at the line for the season. They're 75%. And this evening, 90% for the game. And 10 of 10 at the foul line in the fourth quarter.
Well, the reason also for the two guys in the backcourt who usually spell each other playing, we'll take a look. This is free throws, free throw percentage. The Knicks for the season, 75-90%. The reason is that Giles is doing a terrific job on Reggie Miller, playing him very aggressively, and Charlie Ward on best is best suited because of the height situation and size.
Here's Ward rejected by Dale Davis. Travis Best is fouled by Larry Johnson. And that's 5 on Johnson.
Well, Charlie Ward had ideas of getting inside. He did to a point, and that shot attempt was sent back.
Seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And the Knicks have a 6-point lead. Best a 77% foul shooter. Knicks lead is 5. Some pressure being shown by the Pacers. Knicks able to handle it. Just under 3 minutes remaining in the fourth. Childs. Chris Childs able to drill that jump shot. He has 12 points. Knicks lead 85-78. 14 for Giles.
Giles had 2 at the half. He's made a big statement here.
Davis, Antonio Davis getting position. The Knicks 85, the Pacers 80. Patrick Ewing is still down, and apparently a wet spot on the floor being attended to.
Yes, he got up after trying to draw the offensive foul and then slipped because of the wet spot.
They reset the clock. Larry Brown is upset that the play was stopped because he felt he had good pressure on the ball. Now Larry Johnson inbounds and not a good pass.
Best did a good job of staying in front of Childs on that inbound.
Best knocked it out. Knicks need more help. Ward is back with Childs.
He's got to set a pick for one of the guards to get free here to get the inbound pass.
And Ward stepped out of bounds. Was not given the ball in good position by Johnson.
There are no picks being used. Run the defender off another player, and you can see Charlie Ward with his foot on the line.
Would be a critical turnover. Indiana gets it back in their front court with 2:26 remaining in the fourth.
Always interesting to see the executioner, Reggie Miller, in moments like this now. He's wearing a new shirt tonight, though. It's called Chris Giles, Mark.
And Reggie just 4 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from three-point range. Timeout called by Indiana.
This card is for the very best stores. This card is for the very best hospitals. This card connects you to anyone, anytime. This card connects you to a registered nurse toll-free anytime. This card's for your lifestyle. This card is for your life. Blue Choice from Empire Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Talk about a cakewalk. Jump on a plane, bang. You're driving on the most famous strip of highway in the world. Yes, sir. Backstage with showgirls. Hey, how much time do you guys have? What a dream.
You're gonna need a submarine to get that one out, Colonel.
These guys are supposed to be the king of golf.
Thank you very much.
This town is a fantasy. There really is only one Las Vegas.
2:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Knicks have a 5-point lead. Knicks with 3 timeouts remaining. Indiana with 2. John Starks, who loves to play against Reggie Miller and the Pacers. And you know, you get the idea the fans here missing. There have been so many explosive situations between Starks and Miller.
You see John so physical, even gesturing, the feeling of shooting the ball there with his jacket on. He's itchy. He wants to play.
And he's had a very low-key game on the bench tonight, it should be pointed out, in contrast to what took place in the first half in Chicago on Tuesday. Pacers take over by virtue of that Knick turnover a moment ago. 5-point Knick lead. McKee looking to inbound. Finds Miller for 3. And again, he's too deep. McKee with the rebound. Miller. And a foul. Foul on Buck Williams.
Oh, the Knicks are so tough inside the foul line tonight defensively. I mean, they're not allowing anything. Any drive has a price attached to it, a physical price.
Reggie 4 of 4 from the line. 89% on the season. Comes in averaging 21 a game. 14 points for Reggie Miller. 85, 82. 2:15 remaining in the fourth. Ward played by Miller. Childs guarded by Best. Buck Williams in the post. Rebounded by Antonio Davis and knocked out of his hands out of bounds by Ewing. Pacers down by 3 with a minute 50 to go. Miller got the room. And he's tied the game at 85.
Precious Hotline, what's your problem?
We're stuck with skunky beer.
So it's not Budweiser?
No.
Remain calm, sir. We're on our way.
Next time, look for this.
New Born on Dating from Budweiser, because fresh beer tastes better.
Precious Hotline.
Could we order some Chinese?
Want to get your feet wet on the internet? AT&T makes it easy to catch the wave. Every day, AT&T helps thousands of businesses, big and small, search for information, send email, and set up websites where they can do business with their customers. So whether you're a little kahuna or a big kahuna, grab your board and hop on. AT&T. It's going to be a great ride.
In the big moments, it always seems to be Reggie Miller for the Pacers. And he has stepped up with the last 5 Pacer points. We have a tie game now. Reggie with the fake. Gets rid of Childs, lines up the basket. We know how he can shoot the ball quickly. And you can see him. He sensed Childs coming at him strong. He followed through and hit that basket. Loved it.
On a night that Reggie has not shot well. Prior to that, 4 of 13. He now has 18 points. And the Knicks have been off the mark here in the fourth quarter, as you see. 5 unanswered points by the Pacers. The Knicks were leading 85-80. It's now tied at 85 with a minute 45 remaining in the fourth. It's been close throughout. At one point, the Knicks led by as many as 7. Indiana's biggest lead, a margin of 7.
Knicks have got to get the ball to Ewing. Everyone around him is smaller.
Brown wanted to travel. Larry Brown was upset. Here's Ewing with a fadeaway, a bad shot. At time forced it. Game tied at 85. A minute 20 remaining. Miller with the room again. Reggie Miller doing it again. 2 straight threes. And Indiana with 8 unanswered, leading 88-85. The Knicks call for time.
Science!
Hey, want to see some cool things?
Where?
At the Smithsonian. From famous flyers to four-wheelers, Tucker made 51 of these cars. Washington sold. Rocket ships.
Mission control.
Dizzy Gillespie's trumpet. Lizard lips. The Smithsonian. Discovered.
And Discover Card is proud to be partners in the anniversary celebration. How many credit cards make a statement like that?
Time is running out. The Big Mac and Crispy Chicken Deluxe are half price only till Sunday, and Patrick Ewing and Sean Bradley are no closer to deciding a champion. Ewing loves the 2 all-beef patties, the special sauce, the classic Big Mac taste. Bradley is fueled by his love for the grown-up taste of the Crispy Chicken Deluxe. This is going down to the wire, folks, so get to McDonald's today. Every Big Mac and Crispy Chicken Deluxe you buy is a vote for your favorite. Hurry, the half-price offer ends Sunday, and these guys need your help now.
If you've got business in Washington, you can take the Causeway, the Beltway, the Parkway, or the better way. Amtrak Metroliner. 15 departures daily. The smarter shuttle.
Another dramatic finish for Reggie Miller against the Knicks. He scored the last 8 points for Indiana. This is not foreign territory for Reggie against the Knicks. Remember game 1 2 years ago, Eastern Conference semifinals. 8 points in 13.3 seconds to beat the Knicks.
Yes, Reggie numbed Madison Square Garden with that display, and I referred to him before as the executioner. With a little over 2 minutes to go, and the Knicks had a 5-point lead. Looked like they had it under control. With a minute 12 left, essentially a minute later, look at the strut that Reggie Miller is enjoying now with a 3-point lead.
1:12 to go in the fourth. Preceding that last 3 by Miller. The Knicks not able to get a good shot off. Ewing forced the shot. Here's Childs. Basket won't count. Does not get the call on the continuation. Foul is called. Foul on Travis Best. Indiana is over the limit, so Childs on the line for 2.
Childs on the drive. He's bumped there before he gets the shot up. That's what the officials saw, despite the pleading of Chris Childs.
Chris 6 of 6 at the line, 83% for the season. And the Pacers now lead by 2. Larry Johnson now checking in for Allen Houston. Reggie Miller had only 2 points in the first quarter, 8 in the second, just 1 in the third. He has scored 10 points in this fourth quarter, including the last 8 for Indiana. Pacers by 1 with 1 minute remaining in the fourth.
Great foul shooting by the Knicks.
Knicks 12 of 12 in the fourth quarter. Best putting moves on Ward. Shot clock down to 5. Antonio Davis stopped by Patrick Ewing. 35 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Knicks down by 1.
Antonio Davis has done a good job keeping Ewing out of position.
Larry Johnson had a notion. Here's Ewing, 5 on the shot clock. Off the fake, draws the foul. Yes, and it counts. Antonio Davis committing the foul, and Ewing with the bucket, and he goes to the line with 17 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Knicks now lead by 1.
Davis tried not to foul him, but the officials saw some contact there. This is a very big foul shot.
Ewing 5 of 6 at the line. And the Pacers call for time. Well, we've touched on it on a number of occasions. Patrick Ewing, who has shot free throws very well this season, particularly in recent weeks, has had ups and downs at the free throw line in closing minutes and seconds of ball games.
Physically, and he is all over Miller, playing him physically. 5-inch height advantage for Reggie Miller in that matchup. And there's Ewing a moment ago hitting the jump shot. Nowadays, when a teammate hits a big shot, you beat him up.
Kind of dangerous these days.
I know it.
Timeout remaining. Knicks with one. Pacers have one left. 16 and 6/10 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. The Knicks 89 and the Pacers 88. Travis Best, Antonio Davis, Dale Davis, Eric McKee, and Reggie Miller on the floor. Miller is under the basket, surrounded, double teamed by Oakley and Childs. So they have Dale Davis wide open in the corner. Knicks do not want the ball coming to Reggie Miller. Obviously. Best. Try to draw the foul. Best with the shot. The tip is missed. Rebound Johnson, and he's fouled with 5 and 6/10 seconds remaining. The Knicks did a terrific job on Reggie Miller. They could not get him the basketball.
Lots of pressure and no fouls.
Travis Best tried to draw the foul, looking for the collision with Charles Oakley.
There's Reggie Miller trying to get free, Knicks very aware of him. Charles, Oakley, Larry Johnson.
And Larry Johnson to the free throw line. He's 4 of 6 at the line. Only a 68% foul shooter. And gets the friendly roll. The Knicks lead by 2. Indiana does have one timeout remaining and still 5 and 9/10 seconds to go.
With Reggie Miller in the arena, you want the 3 points.
Well, Larry Johnson with 2 clutch free throws. And the Knicks take a 3-point lead. Final timeout called by Larry Brown. The Knicks 91 and the Pacers 88.
Presenting the 40th winner of $1,000 a week for life, Clement Bedard of West Shazy, New York. And he won at Pete's Country Store, where past Win for Life winners gathered to celebrate this momentous occasion with him. They cheered him. They congratulated him.
Welcome to the club. Thank you. Women are going to fall all over you.
And they advised him.
Do yoga.
Hey, Clement, you keep living, we'll keep paying.
See you at the 50th.
She knew where she was headed, and it wasn't to a bigger office.
Reggie Miller's made 104 of them. He is the man to get that basketball. He shoots them better than anybody on this team and among the very best in the NBA. And when it comes to dramatic three-point shooting, no one's better than him. Career three-point goals made, only Dale Ellis is ahead because he's older than Reggie Miller.
Well, the Knicks and the Pacers have been through this type of situation on a number of occasions. In that last sequence, the Knicks did an excellent defensive job on Miller.
Also important to point out, you cannot foul the three-point shooter at this moment in the game because it would send him to the line for 3.
Or the potential 4-point play should he hit the shot. Best, rather, rose in bounds, and the foul is given by Askew, on Askew by Houston. The Knicks are over the foul limit, so the Knicks opting to go for the 2 shots, not allowing Indiana to shoot the 3.
A logical, good call. However, there still is some gamble attached to it because then the Knicks have to inbound the ball successfully.
Well, the other possibility, if Askew hits the first, he may opt to miss the second, setting a free throw for the rebound and the potential of tying the game. Let's see how Larry Brown plays it. So Vincent Askew at the line. He is a 77% free throw shooter, and now 4 of 6 from the foul line. Now let's see how they play. 4 and 9/10 seconds remaining. Dale Davis giving instructions to Askew. Will he try to miss it? It's a 2-point ball game. Nope. Down to 1. Here's the inbounds, and again, foul is given. This time it is Best fouling Ward with 4 and 2/10 seconds to go. And remember, the Pacers do not have any timeouts remaining.
Charlie Ward has done a good job in clutch foul shooting situations.
Overall, Ward a 74% free throw shooter. And the Knicks 14 of 15 at the line here in the fourth quarter.
Certainly in Charlie's athletic career as a Heisman Trophy winning football player, he knows pressure.
Making his first appearances at the line. Well, threw a brick on the first.
Looks like Charlie felt some pressure. That was a bad miss.
So here the Pacers' intent is to whip it down court. No timeouts left, either after the conversion or the miss. It is a 2-point game. Rose down to 2, down to 1. Here's Rose firing it. And the New York Knicks, with a very solid performance, come away with a 92-90 win. And the gamble on the inbounds to foul Vincent Askew turned out to be a very smart maneuver, as the Knicks are able to win it in this, the first of 4 meetings between the Knicks and the Pacers, able to avert the Reggie Miller onslaught. The 8 consecutive points by Reggie looked like one of those ball games for Miller and the Pacers. So the Knicks go to 29 and 12, 12 and 8 on the road. Indiana back under 500 at 19 and 20. Back with the wrap-up in a moment.
I've never been to Las Vegas.
Welcome to my town.
Checked into my hotel. It's a pyramid. Look at this place. This is amazing.
See the lights, the shows.
There are lots of great shows in Las Vegas. I found out a new code.
24/7.
It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they're not kidding. Never sleep.
Totally amazing.
There'll be plenty of time to rest when I get, back to work.
Introducing the New York Knicks credit card from American Express. Call 1-800-KNICKS now and get the only card that gives you savings, service, and great Knicks discounts. Get the savings of no annual fee, this low introductory rate for purchases when you pay your bill over time, and American Express service. Plus, discounts at the Garden at restaurants and on Knicks merchandise. A free gift just for using the card. You can even win prizes like a skybox seat to a Knicks game. So apply for your Knicks credit card from American Express. Call 1-800-KNICKS now, because there's just one thing to say about a credit card this great. American Express helps Knicks fans do more.
Well, for the Knicks, a strong effort, and then had to hold on to beat the Indiana Pacers 92-90. And John, a look at that last possession after the free throw by Charlie Ward.
Yes, Rose coming up court, trying to draw contact, finally not getting it, throws the long half-court shot. And the Knicks, after a lot of hard work, get the win.
92-90 is the final score. The Knicks at 29 and 12. Reggie Miller frustrated. He certainly would have liked the opportunity for a final shot. Looked like he was unhappy with Jalen Rose.
Yes, as if to say, hey, I was open. I should have gotten that basketball.
Reggie Miller finished 6 of 15 for 21 points. He had that good run down the stretch, but the Pacers fall short. Right now, let's check in back at our New York studios with Deb Collins. Deb?
Thanks so much, Marv. Here is a look at what we're working on for tonight's half-hour show. Yet another report out of New Orleans that Bill Parcells is leaving the Patriots after Sunday. But this one says it's a done deal that'll be coming to the Jets. We'll have more after the postgame show. Also, Pete Carroll is reportedly Bob Kraft's choice to replace him. Michael Jordan had 32 points tonight, a drop-off from his 51-point performance the other night against the Knicks. The Bulls still beat the Cavs handily. We'll have highlights. Also, news on Mike Milbury. He may be giving up coaching duties to concentrate on being the Islanders' general manager. And we'll hear more from Don Mattingly. We'll bring you part 2 of his chat with Michael Kay from yesterday at Yankee Stadium. Well, the Knicks played a very good game. They're in the midst of this difficult 4-game stretch. They lose the first one and win the second one. We'll go back to Market Square Arena as our Knicks coverage continues here on MSG right after this.
The golden age of small business has arrived, and with it, the Gold Corporate Optima card, new from American Express. It allows you to extend payments to manage your cash flow with a low introductory APR of 8.9% and a credit line of up to $20,000, all with no annual fee. It's the perfect match for today's small businesses. The Gold Corporate Optima card. Let American Express give you the power to do more.
Everyone hopes their financial future will be smooth sailing. What you need is MetLife. We know the hazards and offer financial information and sound advice to help you rise above them. We'll help you make sense of it all. Get Met. It pays.
Welcome back to Market Square Arena in Indianapolis, where the New York Knicks have defeated the Indiana Pacers 92-90. Miami with a victory over Toronto 99-87, so the Knicks remain a game behind the first place Miami Heat. And a look at the Knicks individual scoring. Patrick Ewing with 23 points, 9 of 20 from the field, also had 9 rebounds. Chris Childs, strong all-around game, 4 of 9 from the field, 16 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 13 for Charles Oakley, Buck Williams with 12, and Allen Houston with 11. The Indiana Pacers led by Travis Best, 7 of 12 shooting, 3 from downtown, and Reggie Miller with a strong finish, 21 points, 6 of 15 shooting. He was off the mark, 3 of 7 from three-point range. The endgame scoring summary brought to you by your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealers. And a look at the defensive work on Reggie Miller, as the Knicks were able to keep the ball away from Reggie effectively in that final sequence. Led to the foul on Larry Johnson, then Johnson to the line and hit the 2 critical free throws. Chris Childs with a very solid all-around performance that extended the Knicks lead to a 7-point margin. And Chris also took his turn going up against Reggie Miller. Chris is our New York Marriott Marquee Player of the Game. You see the stat line on Chris Childs, and he is on the floor with Johnny Hoops. John?
Thank you, Marv. Well, Chris Childs, after that workout the other night against Jordan, you had an experience now with Reggie Miller tonight. What is it like following him around the court as he tries to get that basketball?
Well, it's tough. He never stops moving. They set a lot of picks for him, but you just have to just try to do the best you can to deny him the ball, because once he gets it, he's pretty tough. He has a lot of different moves, and you have to just pray that he's off a little bit and hope that your teammates help him.
Are you trying more to deny him the basketball or to deal with him after he gets the ball?
Well, I'll try to deny him as much as possible, but once he gets it, I think it's to my advantage because I'm smaller and I can get underneath him and not let him go where he wants to go. So I think a lot of times where I had the disadvantage when I was coming off those picks and those big guys were hitting me, so it's time to get back in the weight room.
Chris, you seem to enjoy the two-guard role tonight. 2 points in the first half, 14 in the second half. You switched into that shooting role quite easily. Did you enjoy that one?
Well, I enjoy both. I think in the first half when I'm at the 2, I try to get everybody involved, even though it's called upon me to shoot. But in the second half, I got a lot of open looks. I thought we needed a little push, a little fire, and they were double teaming Pat, and I was getting the ball, and I was trying to make things happen. It was fortunate that I did enough, and our teammates did enough to get a good win tonight.
Were you concerned after the very emotional game in Chicago the other night that the team might not have the fire against Indiana tonight?
No, I don't think so, because we're getting to the point where we're going to have to make a push. We can't afford too many losses, especially on the road. We don't have a good road record right now, so I knew guys were going to be ready. Everybody expected us to have a lapse because of the intensity that we played with last night, but we have to just continue to do it. We got a big game tomorrow. We have to come out with the same fire.
This game seemed to be a very physical game. Did you see it that way?
Well, we knew it was going to be physical because just like Chicago, this is a big rivalry. They hate us here. We hate them in New York, so it happens.
Chris, now, as you look ahead to tomorrow night's game, do you find it difficult, or do you think it might be difficult to generate this kind of emotion again?
Well, it shouldn't be. We're all professionals. Just have to get a good night's sleep, come out and do the same things we did. If you're a little fatigued, then you have to try to substitute it by playing a little smarter and not taking as many chances as we did today. So I expect us to be ready to come out with the same intensity and fire, and we need this win.
We showed your teammate, a guy who usually wrestles with Reggie Miller, John Starks, on the bench tonight for the whole game. Did the team have to try and bottle John up to keep him under control?
Yeah, we had to tell him to shut up a little bit. I think he wants to take over the coaching role, but we enjoy Jeff, and we enjoy the input that John has. He's very knowledgeable about the game. He's guarded Reggie a lot, and he was telling me a few things that I should do, and I like him better on the court, though, instead of that in suit pants.
Well, John had his effect, as you point out. Chris, congratulations on a terrific all-around game for you and your teammates, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Chris Childs with a big statement tonight on Reggie Miller, and let's go back to Marv.
All right, thank you, John. And defense was certainly the key for the Knicks. They did a wonderful all-around job on Reggie Miller, doing it, as you saw right there, with aggressive play. It was Houston early, and then Childs, for the most part, in the fourth quarter, though Reggie did get off with the 8 straight points at one stretch. The final, the Knicks 92 and the Pacers 90. So the Knicks remain a game behind first place Miami. They're 29-12. Chris Childs mentioning that road record is now 12-8 for the New York Knicks, and they continue and conclude the road trip tomorrow night against Anthony Mason and the Charlotte Hornets, who have been going well. Dave Cowan's done a good job with Charlotte. We'll be on the air starting with the MCS Cannon Knicks game night at 7:30 tomorrow night. Nick post-game report is coming up in a moment, so we'll have more on tonight's Nick Pacer confrontation. That about tells the story from Larry Brown's point of view. Closed captioning has been brought to you by Empire Blue Cross and Blue Shield, the best of health. Marv Albert, along with John Andre, saying so long for the moment from Market Square. Key bucket right here by Patrick Ewing off the fake and drew the foul against Antonio Davis. Back in a moment with the postgame report.
New York Knicks basketball has been brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, who remind you fresh beer tastes better. By Payne Weber. When you invest with Payne Weber, you invest with more intelligence. By AT&T, your true choice. By British Airways, the world's favorite airline. And by Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home.
Introducing the New York Knicks credit card from American Express. Call 1-800-KNICKS now and get the only card that gives you savings, service, and great Knick discounts. Get the savings of no annual fee, this low introductory rate for purchases when you pay your bill over time, and American Express service. Plus, discounts at the Garden at restaurants and on Knicks merchandise. A free gift just for using the card. You can even win prizes like a skybox seat to a Knicks game. So apply for your Knicks credit card from American Express. Call 1-800-KNICKS now, because there's just one thing to say about a credit card this great. American Express helps Knicks fans do more.
you choose. At Citibank, the city never sleeps.
And we are back in Indianapolis, where the New York Knicks have beaten the Indiana Pacers 92-90, able to withstand the spurt by Reggie Miller in the final minutes. In fact, denying the ball very effectively against Reggie Miller. Kindness from John Starks, signing autographs. The young man with a Reggie Miller jersey. And John, as we discussed earlier, although this was a very solid victory for the Knicks, and they have to be very pleased with winning on the road, winning here in Indiana, playing hard-fought game, it didn't have the same fire without the Starks going up against Miller.
Yes, there's always something missing when one of those two isn't there. And in this case, John Starks, certainly. But a terrific physical, typical effort, though. It seems no matter who's wearing a Knicks shirt here in Indiana, the effort is always there. And I think the Knicks just have that mental feeling that they're never going to lose here in Indiana.
Well, from the positive side, you never had the feeling that the Knicks were going to beat the Bulls the other night. I mean, cosmetically a one-point game, but at the end, it seemed that the differential was more than that with Michael Jordan just lighting up the Knicks. But still, the Knicks felt good about coming back. There were 4 situations where they're able to make runs, and they played the Bulls tough. There was respect gained, and it's 2 straight on the road in that manner where they have played very tough basketball.
And also, I think we have to give Jeff Van Gundy, who's been under the microscope lately, too, a lot of credit for having his team ready to play very tough tonight. They mentally showed that they were into this game. They had no residue from the other night. And also, Mark, boy, they shot their foul shots well tonight. Very important factor in this win.
In particular, in the fourth quarter, down the stretch, excellent free throw shooting. So the Knicks over the Pacers in this, the first of 4 regular season meetings between these two clubs. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from tonight as once again we join with Deb Kaufman back in New York.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, the Knicks are in the middle of this 4-game test with Miami and Charlotte looming on the horizon. First, it was a loss against the Bulls, but tonight the Knicks were up for the challenge. Not even Reggie Miller's heroic slate would be enough. The Knicks with a nice win, 92-90 on the road tonight in Market Square Arena. Our highlights on the desk are brought to you, as always, by Minolta. And it's Jeff Van Gundy trying to take it just 1 game at a time. That's how you got to do it. We begin in the first quarter. Charlie Ward penetrating nicely, sets up Buck Williams for the stuff. It was a close game most of the way. Pacers leading at this point by 1. Chris Childs had 8 assists tonight, playing at both guard spots. The beautiful alley-oop to Patrick. A big stuff for Ewing, and Larry Brown frustrated as the Knicks led by 5. The Pacers close with a 10-2 run. Travis Best will hit the long jumper. Under the basket, Chris Childs just throws Reggie Miller to the floor. He continues his aggressive play. Miller will connect on the free throw. It was 45-42 Pacers at the half. Indiana now early in the third. This time Best hits the 3. He scored Indiana's first 10 points of the third quarter, and they led 55-52. But Patrick responded. He led all scorers with 23, including those 2. And then this time, again, a pass from Chris Childs, and it's a reverse dunk, 67-61 Knicks after 3. Early in the fourth now, John Wallace getting some playing time. He intercepts an inbounds pass, playing the good defense. Charlie Ward gets it up to Ewing for another stuff, and the Knicks led by 6. Later in the fourth now, the Knicks continuing the strong defense. Ward getting the steal, but he blows the layup. Buck Williams is right there to kiss it off the glass, and the Knicks led by 7 with under 3 to play. But the Knicks' old nemesis, Reggie Miller, is never done. And the Knicks have seen this before. He sticks a 3-pointer with 1:12 left. That made it 88-85 Indiana with the lead. The Knicks cut it to 1, 88-87. This was the key basket. With 17 seconds left, Patrick with the jumper and the foul. He did miss the free throw. It was 89-88. Still a 2-point game. Jalen Rose tries to go half court, and it's off the mark. So the Knicks hang on and win this one. An exciting game, 92-90. Elsewhere, the Rockets got Charles Barkley back, and a nice first half from Clyde Drexler. They are leading the Nets big, 103-90. Remember, no Robert Pack and no Sean Bradley for the Nets. The Chicago Bulls roll on after losing their first 2 games without Dennis Rodman, or their first game without Dennis Rodman. They have now gotten their rhythm back. The Cavs were trying to play catch-up all night. It didn't work. The final here, 87-71. Only 32 points for Michael tonight. Maybe he took the night off. Mike Fratello got a good performance from Terrell Brandon. He will hit the runner in Mulaney at 21, but 21 wasn't enough tonight. The Bulls went on a 15-0 run early in this game. Tony Kukoc finds Bill Wennington down low, and the Bulls led by 8 at halftime. Chicago got Ron Harper back off the injured list tonight, and here's Harper back in the lineup.
Harper is spotted up and will...
Hitting the three. It was the Bulls by 11, 60-49. Michael had 19 in the first half, 32 in all. And this is the Michael we don't see much anymore, driving to the basket. Takes a lot more jumpers than he used to, but there he shows he still has it. The Bulls won by 16. Tim Hardaway had 26 as the Heat beat Toronto. Penny had 23. So did Ronnie Cycli. The Magic beat the Bucks. The T-Wolves are in Vancouver. No Stephon Marbury. He's out at least 2 games with a deep thigh bruise. And the Pistons are in Golden State. One other late game. It's the Sonics and the Clippers. Here's a story you don't hear about every day in the